right, here is my audience. This is Brad. This is Darla and my dog Charlie. And this is Jake, my husband. Thank you for listening to my presentation. So this is about the test of credibility. It's one of the tests that I've been learning about in my class called the Proving Ground. So I have a couple points that I'm going to go over and then I'll ask you some questions, okay? So the credibility test comes to prove our reliability and trustworthiness. The gaining and maintaining of credibility is what opens the door of your next opportunity. So we need to realize that most, if not all, of life's promotions occur based on passing some form of credibility test. So also, credibility is a compilation of what I do, who I am, and how others view me. No one else can earn your credibility. There are 3 forms of credibility that I'm going to be talking about today that contribute to the proving of your personal potential. And the first one is the credibility of competence. Once people know that you know what you're doing, they will find it easier to work with you. And the credibility of competence is earned once you are proven to have the necessary skills for the role you are in, once you are proven to have the knowledge necessary for the role you are in, and once you are proven to have the right kind of habits for the role you are in. For example, a firefighter needs to stay in good physical condition and mental alertness to be competent for their job. A variance from this will endanger their credibility for competence. God wants to be sure before he gives you a job that you can actually do it so that he doesn't set you up for failure. This is why men should not force doors open on their own, but wait on God's timing. If you attempt to go ahead of schedule, you will find yourself incompetent and suffering the loss of credibility. Okay, so the second one is the credibility of personality. Your first encounter with someone can make a permanent impression, positive or negative. This credibility is not based on talent, skill, or character. It's established on a person's personality traits. Those who pass off this credibility as unimportant will limit their own potential in life. This credibility is earned by having a positive effect on others when they are in our presence, so they feel your attitude and that feels good. And practicing common courtesies towards others, smiling at someone, showing genuine concern, showing openness towards somebody. People are uncomfortable around somebody who has an unpleasant personality. Even if you have a servant's heart and you have great intentions, if you have a blah personality, it's going to come off negatively. So these are 6 questions you can ask yourself to help you recognize negativity in your own life. Number 1, what do I think about most? How do I respond to problems or difficulties? What do I do when I hear negative feedback? How comfortable am I with failure or defeat? What kind of people do I get along well with? How do I respond to positive information? Negative people always pride themselves in being more of a realist than positive people around them. A negative personality is blind to life's blessings and God's promises. Life has pain, hardship, and problems. Life also has joy, pleasure, and blessings. To have a positive personality, one does not have to deny life's realities, but simply focus on the good. And then the last one, the third, the credibility of character. Our character ethics are never known until they are tested. We may have good intentions, but intentions are not the same as good character. Good character is the moral strength to maintain our pre-planned course of good intentions in the moment of opposition. So remembering to stay true to your character regardless of the situation. All right, and then my last point is just to remember that credibility leads to influence. So if you earn credibility, you are more likely to influence others. All right, so question time. Describe a time where you had to earn credibility in your life.
I had a time where I had to earn credibility of character when I was in the workforce working at the gas and electric company in California. And during that time, something came up missing. Something was stolen from the office. And so there were a group of people that were suspects, and I happened to be working. It was an overtime situation, so there weren't that many of us in the office when something went missing. And I was working then, so I had to establish credibility, and I did it through my character. And I was very quickly eliminated from the pool of suspects because of the character that I had shown working there, and coming in on time, being honest, dealing with the customers, portraying everything without exaggerating and things like that had established that character. So that really helped me out.
The way an experience in my life where I had to earn credibility was when I got a job in the construction industry for the first time. It's a field where people really value experience and the time you've earned your place, and so coming in as the youngest guy at the company and just new to the entire field, people really didn't expect much, and so you really had to earn their respect and trust, and really had to show competence, credibility of competence, which took a long time, but after a few solid months of hard work, it was pretty well established.
Okay, and then the second question is, what would you say your strongest credibility type is? So, competence, personality, or character, and why?
I would have to say my strongest form of credibility would have to be personality, because I'm always trying to make a good first impression. I don't want to be the boring person, and a situation where this came to light would be, I had an interview at Dutch Bros, and when they asked me to come in, I was proud of myself, and I presented myself well, and it was easy to see that I wasn't going to be shy, or I wasn't going to let the interview go in a way I didn't feel comfortable with. So I was very forward with what I was going to say, and I knew exactly where I wanted to take the interview and what I wanted to show. And so I was able to exemplify how my personality would be a good fit for the job. And that's just how it went down.